Yeah, we are here. We've been doing this for a long time, and this is another day of triumph and freedom. At least we get to speak about it, if nothing else. Anyway, we do have an incredible list of speakers that are going to be here, as we said. Actually, I'd like to go so far as to bring our first speaker up here, because a lot of you people know him throughout the community. He's been a staunch activist for years, and he owns one of the greatest places to go shopping in Cincinnati. Now at 2 convenient locations.
You know, Bryanville and Sharonville, right down the road from me. I frequently visit there. It's a nice place.
Ladies and gentlemen, this time we'd like to introduce to you the owner of Hemptations. This is Beach.
Thank you very much. Hopefully I won't get electrocuted trying to adjust it. I'm quite tall. I think that's good. Well, first and foremost, it is great to be here tonight. I want to throw a special thank you out to the Ohio Rights Group. I've had a lot of titles over the year, but I truly feel like being the Industrial Hemp Liaison to the Ohio Rights Group is probably one of the greatest ones I've ever had. As I said, 18 years in business here locally. I gotta catch my breath, I had to run up here. I was expecting it to be a little later. Anyway, so 18 years in business in Cincinnati, selling probably, I believe, the largest selection of hemp goods in the country. We have everything that you can, just about a little bit of everything that you can get as far as the industrial hemp products. We are also now manufacturing hemp goods in Cincinnati under the name Planet Everywhere. You can go to planeteverywhere.com and you can see some of the products that we are actually manufacturing here locally, trying to cause yet another gateway so when industrial hemp is legal in the United States, our farmers can have a place to take it and put it out there to the public as well. There are many different things that you can do with industrial hemp. It's probably one of the greatest renewable resources on our planet. It takes about 6 months to grow a crop at the longest period, and there's, I don't know, 25,000 different byproducts that you can make from industrial hemp. It's absolutely amazing. You name any industry and you can probably utilize industrial hemp in that industry. The ranges, as you will hear, are quite amazing. Anything you can make out of wood or you can make synthetically, you can make from industrial hemp. Anything you can make out of wood or you can make synthetically, you can make out of industrial hemp. Anything. No more cutting down trees, no more drilling for oil. To me, I don't even understand where the world is. But, you know, so again, the range of products is amazing. And the first thing I want to talk about is probably the most important product that you can make from hemp, and that's the food product. This is a food product that could feed the world. It is second to the soybean in protein content. From my understanding, it's easier to digest than soy. It's more friendly to our gut. Sorry about that. It is also, I believe contains 10 essential fatty acids, including omega-6, omega-3. They say that the perfect ratio of 6 to 3 is 4 to 1, and hemp is 3.75 to 1. So the essential fatty acids they're finding out is stuff for memory, brain. You get it out of fish, but once again, you can get it from the hemp protein that can be in any food, which we have a full line of hemp protein shakes. You can go into any grocery store right now and find a hemp product. And I believe probably in the next 5 years or so that you won't find a list of superfoods that doesn't have hemp on it. I've seen it on TV listed, USA Today, #1 seed you could have in your cabinet. Dr. Oz has a hemp seed diet. So again, the nutritional value alone is incredible. It's protein from a plant, not protein from red meat. So you're talking about it being much healthier for you in the long run, when you're eating it, you can do so many things with it as far as the food products go. So you can use it in a range of your diet and get everything that you really need out of this one plant. As far as the seed oil, that's where the food products come from, is the seed oil. And you can also use it for animal food. A lot of Europe and France, huge growers of industrial hemp. They use it mostly for bird seed and fish bait, but they like to grow it. We are the only industrialized country in the world that doesn't grow hemp right now, just so everybody understands that. Everywhere else in the world grows industrial hemp for industrial purposes. They've always known the difference between the two plants. A lot of you, one of the biggest questions we always get is, can I smoke the products? No, you can't smoke the products. There's no THC or very little bit of THC in the industrial hemp. So you can take a whole field of industrial hemp flowers and smoke them, but it has no euphoric value. So, in all those countries that grow it for industrial purposes, they already know that. The kids don't run into the fields thinking they can get high. They just leave it alone because they know that it's grown for industrial purposes and it's not the plant that they really think that it is, even though they're related. This is just one particular cousin, and there are strands of agricultural hemp out there as well, but this is separate from all the other stuff that you hear about cannabis sativa. Same plant, different breed, basically. They have bred the THC out of it. About 5, 6, 7 years ago, we had to sue the DEA because the DEA was saying, we want 0% THC. Well, 0.3% is pretty low, and you cannot test positive from eating any hemp food. It's just not going to happen. There's no THC in the food product itself. So we won that battle, and now once again, you'll find hemp food on just about every shelf of every grocery store that's out there. Frozen food aisle, tortilla chips, it's amazing. Again, the range of products, more and more every day. So, the food product alone, comparable to some of the other, is just what we should be doing it for. That's what Canada's growing right now. They've been growing for about 5 years, and they are now probably, out of the hemp that they grow, about 80% of that is for the seed oil, which is a lot, again, for the food products. So, and then now from the seed oil as well, you have the body care products. So now you're talking about external. You can use it internally, and it's healthy. You can use it externally, shampoos, lotions. It's great for the skin. They say that basically the viscosity of the hemp oil, it's not like petrochemical products that seal the moisture in. It actually absorbs into the skin, and our skin likes to have it, and it helps build and regenerate those cells to make our skin good, feel nice on the outside. So again, the external products, the shampoos, don't need all the chemicals in them. They're friendly for the earth. So the other thing about hemp, one of the most important things about hemp, in my opinion, is the fact that it requires no herbicides or pesticides. It shoots out of the ground so fast that it'll clear a field of weeds in a couple seasons. So there are very little pests. Most of the pests that industrial hemp have don't affect the end result of the product. And again, these are all things that we're kind of working out. The Canadians are really working out. The Chinese have been growing hemp for 7,000 years or so, so they've pretty much got it all figured out. And that's where I have to import all the fiber from right now. Instead of our farmers growing it, having it processed here, I have to get all the things that I manufacture from China. That's where most of the hemp fiber comes from right now. Not that I'm not against buying things all over the world, but there's no reason why our farmers shouldn't be here growing it, having it processed, and it won't have to travel, and we can save the world, that way, which I think would be great. Just one more way that hemp can save the world, by the way. And then you have the hemp oil. The hemp oil itself, you can use for paints, varnishes. You can burn it in a lamp. It has a very low burn point. One of the famous facts is they say Abraham Lincoln used to read at night in his cabin with a hemp-filled oil lamp. So again, you can use that. We have hemp stains in the store. We every once in a while stain something with the hemp stain. It's water-based. It's much safer environmentally for the for doing whatever you would be doing it on the wood products. So that's the hemp oil. And then from the also with the oil part of it is the fuel. So any diesel engine you can run on hemp fuel. Any one of these vehicles over here, you'll see that these vehicles, which are ethanol, can run on ethanol, could run on hemp. The original diesel engines, Adolf Diesel originally invented the diesel engine to run on vegetable and seed oil. The petrochemical companies had nothing to do with it until they figured out that you could run a diesel engine on oil, and so they basically took over the market. But the original diesel engines Adolf Diesel originally made were meant to run on vegetable or a seed oil. Apparently, from my understanding, there's a diesel engine out there right now that you can pour hemp oil right into and run. So, again, the fuel part of it, the oil part of it, I don't know about you, and I don't know if they know, but what is going to happen when we go ahead and suck all the oil out of our planet? I don't know. I'm kind of scared about it because I feel like our planet kind of likes having all that oil. And we can stop drilling for all that oil right now, and if the North American got ahead of the game with the hemp fuel stuff, we would no longer be dependent on petrochemicals. Again, just another unbelievable reason why we should be involved in the growing of this product. The popularity has grown immensely. In the last 10 years ago, we were importing almost all fiber. Now the rates of importation have grown probably 3 times, and 2/3 of that's actually the seed oil. And a lot of that, again, is people being educated on how nutritionally valuable it is and how it can substitute for those things that we don't want to go to the hardware store and buy because they're full of chemicals, or we really don't want to put in our vehicles because they're full of petrochemicals which cause waste, and we don't have to do that. So in cars, speaking of cars that run on fuel, right now there's a company in Canada that's actually making